Well, YouTube. Okay, no. Well, YouTube's always a bit slow. Alright, good evening. So, right, back to it again. However, with any map except Lakeburg, I might actually be able to do it in a single stream. Right, I'm gonna do Glenwald. Why? Because I kind of want to try it. Also, I just noticed Series of the Patience perk. I have different omens here. Instead of the Omen of Fortifications, I have the smaller one. I think I didn't have that one back then. Now, Glenwald, I believe, is a shorter one. You are kind of limited in how much stuff you can bring with you. Types of wooden wall, yeah. So now we have, including gates and barricades, have plus 50 health and plus 60 health. So now we have, what, plus 110 health? Or plus 90 health? Plus 110% or plus 90%, depending on how it works. But with that... Is it plus 90? I think it is. Regardless. Regardless. No, it isn't. Ah, whatever. We're just gonna try and run a full defensive setup, now that I know you can do the ballista separately. I will do the tougher bosses, and I think I mostly just want to keep it basically like this, except instead of Heroes Block Vision, I'm gonna take the cannibal defenses in a range of 3 tiles around the magic circle, because I think 5 is... I think the magic circle is always 5 away from the outer area, basically. And yeah, I need 32. Close starting list, less starting heroes, less cost, more everything. Super elite affixes, hastened enemy scanning. Those all sound horrible. Anyway, gonna run up with that. And what I want to do is beat it on level 12, so I can get the Veteran of Glenwald, which repairs traps for free every morning. I haven't really used traps a whole lot. But I need to get some of the last omens off. And hopefully get, like, the traps, similar to the ballistas and the catapults, do get a buff on how many enemies they can affect. And I do hope that those are strong. That those buffs are strong. Now, 3 tiles is 1, 2, 3, so I can build like here, which is completely sufficient. We have a flower, we have a hammer, and we have a boomerang. Not my preferred stuff. Alright, there was a lot of shit just in the way here, wasn't there? And then they spawned the Dryads at the end, which means I do want mostly just either max movement or, well, the drill. Would you look at that? The rock. Every 10% physical damage after 100 plus 10 block. That sounds amazing. But I think I'll get the drill first for more money and... yeah. Do I want to switch your items? You have the hammer. You have 16 opportunism and 1 skill range, plus 6 magic damage, and less dodge and reliability. You kinda really want not the hammer, do you? At least for now. You have daily health regen and isolation, mana and resistance, plus 1 move points. Yeah, you get the hammer instead. Except maybe you. You have wizard for plus 12% magic damage, minus 1 action point, and 5% dodge, 2 move points. Right. In that case, you get the boomerang. That actually looks like a usable, like, hunting boomerang and not a toy. Does this thing actually block vision? It does. Okay, so the altar blocks vision. That's not great. And this time I need to pay attention to what actually my goals are. Okay, avoid generating panic. That should be fine. Do you block? Oh no, there's a rock in the way. Can we? Not really. Only 2, so that's not really worth it. This one also doesn't hit as many, so I'm just gonna throw boomerangs at people. Okay, you have the fire thrower scroll, which is the staff. It doesn't have any range. Have some poison. I fucking missed. Still applied the contagion. Very nice. Have some more poison. That would kill him. How much movement do you have? You have enough to get out. And then the hammer can just, I don't know, get ready, I believe. Yeah, just destroy this thing. The hammer, does the hammer not have a... Yeah, the follow-up. Oh, that doesn't have all that much range, huh? You do have an undodgeable, though. Alright, he is stunned. Perfect. Yeah, you're just not gonna use most of your action points. Now I need to be careful with what I actually kill for the contagion. Lovely stuff. Follow up over there. Follow up over there. Apply more poison. The flower is weirdly short-ranged, like, not gonna lie. And then we can boomerang them all to death. I kind of really want to try having a full boomerang build, just. Which means basically like skill range, range damage, multi-hits, stun chance, especially just stun chance. So if I get someone who has the... I kinda love this ricochet, it's so stupid. Oh yeah, you're out. Was not quite enough. Jump over there. Fire blast. And then you have to hope that someone else can save you. Which you do like this. The fact that the hammer has a range on it is still kind of weird as well, but I'm not gonna complain about it. Also, my contagion is gone, which I do not like. Wait, undo that. Oh shit, less than 500 damage to split. Fuck, didn't pay attention there. So you die, infect those two, and then those should also die relatively soon after that. Contagion here and there. And then you get out again. Also, you're an elf. You want to be outside. $1,539 or more damage to claws. That's not a claw, this is a claw. The ricochet. Oh yeah, with the ricochet you also want like what are they called? Big stomp. With the claws, you'd also generally want... Also, the hammer is only 1? I just realized. Like, the 200 grams usually cost 2 to use. Can we actually just go out here and dispel? and just poison everything to super death. I think I'd rather you move back. So you can move there, that's fine. Actually... So one more go. Spend less than 10 mana, we can do that. And before we do that though... Can we go ahead and stun things? We can stun something. Just punch him, I guess. These are within 8 range, I believe. This is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, yeah. And this is the closest target, so... Like, no mana should be easily achievable. Dispel yourself again. Give up one of those, so you... Oh, fuck, it costs more than that. So these all die. But you're the only one who has contagion, meaning that doesn't really do anything for me. Okay. No mana spending. And we can just hopefully stun the lot of you. You can just fucking miss, apparently. Some poison here. He dies, poisons her as well. It should be good. You can take out this guy. How many hits do you take? 48 to 70, so 2 could be enough. No, actually 2 won't be enough. I feel like the low base damage on the boomerang is its only kind of negative. And it's not even that bad. More multi-hits and some range damage would fix that. No, don't go there. Alright, we've done that, so we can... You move over here. Stupid line of sight stuff. Do that, do that. That actually worked, huh? And he doesn't even need to see him to ricochet, which is a bit weird, but I'll take it. Fuck. God damn it. Yeah, whatever. Okay. Plus 60 on the drill. And they come from the same direction. Meaning I can just fortify this side. Alright, give me items. A big axe. I don't think axe is the fuck Master Sacred Flower. You look like a ball sack. You look like blue balls. That's a weird flower, holy shit, but I'll take it. A pistol. Another boomerang. It is more damage. It has plus 14% stun chance, meaning its ricochet deals more damage. That I'll take. Okay, so let's check out your perks. Anybody of you have good melee perks? Head-on, relentless, and inertia that screams for a sword build. That just... You also have quality over quantity. Wait, quality over quantity is not the one I want. I want the other one, quantity over quality, as well as volatile reaction. Is quantity over quality still a thing? You don't have multi-hits, do you? No. But sprint, the spiky counter. Spiky counter would be even better with the vampire and armor into health thing. You also have the poisonous toxic leech epidemic. Every 3 enemies poisoned, apply 30 poison contagion to the closest enemy without contagion in a range of 10. Like, this is kind of just already a build with only these two. You also don't have the cheer, which is a bit sad. Do I need the sprint for that? Not really. But I also don't really see what else I'd take. Like, if I could take both of these, that would be amazing, but nah. So you just stand outside and, like, passively kill people. And I guess that's fine. How much block do you have? 0. Well, we're gonna change that. Get yourself some... Well, move points is also fine. And then get yourself some block play. Accuracy is also fine, I guess. Healing received. You will need healing. Now, technically everything around you should be poisoned, so opportunism will help, but I'm gonna go for momentum and try and give you a sword, which I currently don't have. Strongberg, what do you have? Harvester, you do have the critical thing. You have a blink, which helps. Infectious strike, whenever an enemy with a negative alteration is hit, 40 poison. Sentry, all skills get vision. Avid learner is always nice to have. Just all of the mana. You even have the spiky counter vampire organic armor. But you do not... Currently I don't really have non-poison attacks. You do have the volatile reaction, +1 propagation bounces, and they can bounce diagonally. Which, if I recall correctly, I do have the Tomes of Secrets active, which is basically the propagation weapon. Thrifty for less mana costs. Proximity shot is for ranged weapons only. We could get you the human ballista or the volatile reaction. This is unfortunately only for physical damage, so... I always kind of like the blood magic thing. It's so stupid. You can do that once per... 1+1 use per night for every 4 levels of the hero. Cherry picking... You do not have the... You unfortunately do not have the stun path. Blessing for buffs on... Which does include... Well, you don't have that. Okay. So you get the blessing but don't really have anything to do with it unless I give you a weapon for it. And that I don't know if I can. The human ballista is always fun to have. This thing is probably really good. Catapults ballista traps within a range of 8 by 50%. Right, I think you are gonna be my mage boy, girl. Whichever, I don't really know. Get yourself some damage. And skill range. Skill range is great. Brainy, Hunter, Opportunism, less reliability. What do you have? You have the steady aim and the third eye. Proximity shot, however. You do have the stun thing. Now, the only negative alteration you currently apply is the stun. So the stun chance is the only thing I really care about. Except for the Hex, which includes stuns. If I recall correctly. You do have the volatile reaction, which is again a great for the boomerang. You do have the initiator for more multi-hits, which is also great for the boomerang. You have the cheer, which is just overall great. I think I'll go with this first. Plus damage per mana. I don't think that's gonna be relevant. But the critical, maybe. Like, you don't have any other... You have stun and stun. And that is it. So I'd have to get another weapon. What is actually the base stun chance? 50% because it already counts in the 15% stun chance he gets from this thing. I think I'll just take the steady aim for accuracy and skill range. Right, and then we need to get you more accuracy. Well, critical is okay, I guess. Accuracy, please. And better fuck. Right, dodge it is. How much accuracy do you have? 10%. Which is from the perk that he hadn't moved yet, which I can't guarantee. Get yourself reliability. And skill range. Stun chance would be great. I just realized that you profit from opportunism because you always hit something that is stunned, if there is something that is stunned. Meaning that whatever you do, you will have opportunism targets. Choose your destiny, increase size by 50%, that should be fine. Okay, maybe not. Okay, what do we do? How many workers do we have? 2. So, get rid of this building. I know I could destroy them, but I always kind of don't want to. Get a gold mine here, get a gold mine there. Get a gold mine there. Get rid of this barricade. Build new structures. We don't have money for it. We can't really buy new gear. We can also not sell any gear. Now, defense-wise, what would I like? I think I can start off with ballistas, which this thing blocking vision, kind of annoying. Immemorial epiphany. So if you don't have what you want, you could just use that to remove it. I do like that they have a bunch of epiphanies that work with XP gain. And because XP gain, as soon as you're high enough level, the XP gain doesn't really do anything, and now it does. Up to 50% whenever the hero dodges. Yeah, that sounds kinda neat. Okay. I think the first thing I'll do is build myself a watchtower. Here. Here? Here. I think? Like, they also can't attack the statue. So, having a watchtower here doesn't really hurt. We'll get a wooden gate here and one here. And then wooden walls to go with that. Oh, can't afford enough. And then you will be approximately like that. That's a plane. You could go there. And then you can sit in this watchtower. Because you do have enough range to just hit everything now that you have a watchtower to sit in. Watchtower, probably not the best for a boomerang, not gonna lie. Because you have the very restrictive third skill. Alright, build some defenses, night orders done. Okay. Sergio. If need be, you can just kind of jump out, that's fine. Also, we have other people who can stun for you. Kill 13 enemies with a negative alteration and deal 577 or more to splitters. 577 or more to splitters in a single turn. Sounds a bit difficult. And I do not even know if poison counts. Probably when it is actually applied. Right, can we get a good hit in here? 3, 3, 4, 3. Do it like this. We get a stun. So that is already one kill, and that is already enough damage for the splitters. Good. And do another one of those. If we turn it around, that's fine. It's 3. 3. I think 3 is the most we get just because of how close they are still to the mist. Bonk. And big stomp. The big stomp also applies a debuff. Specifically, what is this? What debuff do you apply? Minus 20% damage. So that does count for the negative alterations. Big hammer. Bonk. Bonk. Have a bonk here. Jump over there. Do a big stomp. Unfortunately not enough damage there. Now we can just do this one, which has a 79% stun chance. Not on all of them, but on enough. Negative alteration. I should maybe poison first. Then get yourself one of those. Dispel to poison everyone around you. Not all that much poison yet, but good enough, I guess. Have a boomerang toss, that's a good one. And then you are out of actions. Also watch out. That is new. Holy shit. They did buff the tower, apparently, quite substantially. It used to be it just gives vision, now it gives skill range and the watch out skill. Also, the watch out skill used to be on the longbow, that's why they replaced it. Right. I should maybe read patch notes. That could help. Kill 4 more isolated targets. Right. Can I just... unfortunately, I'd have to flip it the other way. Yeah, I can't hit that guy over there. I can hit this guy, or more there. I think I'll just hit... Can I? Did not kill, unfortunately. Thankfully, I do have wall. And they now deal extra damage. That's an elite. That's an elite with mirror shield. Hate that. Immediately just hate that. Can I go ahead and stun you? Stun resistance, so that's a no. Bonk. Bonk again. Oh, 4 isolated splitters specifically, or target within 6 tiles from caster. Well, I do have a few weapons that require me to be relatively close to my enemies, meaning that that is officially possible. Can I? I can. You can then just stay there, I guess. Within 6 tiles from caster. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 13. Or I kill the isolated splitters, which I feel like is easier. If I can actually isolate the splitters. Also, I need to stun targets first. Okay, so there's a stun. How much health do you have? 212 plus the 260. I just realized it highlights when you would fulfill one. which is also kind of very much appreciated. Watch out over there. And now I need to kill one more target with an isolated... one more isolated splitter. Is there an isolated splitter somewhere? Does not look like it. I'd have to isolate this guy. So you are now an isolated splitter. And we do not deal enough damage, unless... I just get someone else here as well. Lower all of the damage. And then I could get an action point, but that doesn't really help me. So, you go here instead. You just... Can you kill here, and then you can just apply a bunch of poison. How does this exactly work? You purge all of the Blight Blossom, which is this one. One plague for each action point that mana base cost. Each plague grants 3 poison applied by the secondary targets of cleansing spores plus 1 every 3 hero levels. You're currently level 2. Now question is, does this mean the 3rd level or the 4th? Like 1 and then every 3, 1, 4, 7? Or does it mean 3, 6, 9? In Pathfinder it would be 4, 7, etc. Whenever the hero is hit, cleansing spores is automatically cast. So currently the first one applies 2 plague, which means 6 poison per cast. I don't know if this one counts. Like if it does it first get the poison spore? This gives 9. This gives, what is that, 11, 33. I should probably use that more then. Okay, so I have the Covenant, which already is good enough. This hits 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a total of 8, and this hits 2, 3, this hits 6, this hits also 6, this hits 8. It's mirrored, of course they would hit the same. Alright, get me some stuns, my beautiful boy. Lovely stuff. I still kind of hate that the base attack on a boomerang costs so much, but I can understand why, because it is a good attack. Yeah, you're just gonna have to hit this guy. However, I feel like I'd rather have actual, like, propagation here. Yeah, she gets poisoned a little bit. Unfortunately, you don't really deal damage to these guys, huh? And I do not want to hit my wall. You are also out of mana, which ain't great for me. Though you can stun. And this is in range to hit this guy, so you're just gonna hit him twice. That should already be enough. It was wonderful. Yeah, this guy definitely does need his opportunism. cleanse yourself. Then just, like, take shelter. Oh, you can jump over. Well, do that then. Okay, you need to deal with these two. Well, that kind of blows. Good enough. I am lucky I managed to get walls up. And this thing is actually kind of neat that it's directly next to the watchtower. Okay, go over here. Poison this man. Or just straight kill him, that's also fine. Get yourself an action point so you can... That does not hit allies, which is really neat. Triggers Blight Blossom, which specifically I think of cleansing doesn't actually state anywhere that it only applies... that it doesn't apply to allies. So I kind of wonder why this guy isn't stunned. Anyway, isn't poisoned. Anyway, that looks juicy. 1 stun. 2 stun. Now, one issue of the boomerang is that you kind of have an issue when the enemies are too close to you. I can't do a big stomp and I can't do the other thing either. Okay. Big stomp. Thankfully it does ignore walls. Do we have any stunned enemies? 1, so I can ignore that one. He will die to the ricochet, he already did die to the ricochet. And now, I'd really appreciate if you had like a second weapon that you can use in melee. I feel like I have to give him a bow. Punch him. And you died to poison. Wonderful. Didn't expect an elite this early. Panic S. Well, good. We cannot allow to go below S. We need, no wait. At this right, for this one we need panic level S or A. In all knights except the last one. Master Naples has been fulfilled. I still have reasons to doubt you, but you're the only one I can really talk to about the before without dying for it. I'm no safer than the memories you're chasing. This is why I make you stronger. How do you cope with the drama? Badly. All those lights. Too many of them. Spread across the horizon. Cities blooming into fire. For a heartbeat I thought the war was over. Silence. Then the screams came. A spell that led to the drama. It wasn't meant to do that. No spell is meant to. It began as a promise. To silence hatred, to heal the world's wounds. Our power doesn't heal, it amplifies. We fed it with everything we had, and it devoured everything we loved. A mistake I'm trying to correct today. Events repeat themselves over and over again. Broken Caduceus. Heroes can equip 1 unique item. They cannot be sold and only available through epiphanies. Right, this attack attempt. All unique always have adaptive damage, which I really appreciate. So you have 2 uses per night, 1 limit per turn, and you apply 600 poison and minus 60% damage for 3 actions. Plague Wish. That's a trinket as well. There is one other trinket I know that does give you gives you an action, and it's the Meteor Storm Ring, which I always had very much fun with. I didn't think it was really all that good, because you generally already have enough weapons to use all your actions with. Though to be fair, this doesn't cost mana. Anyway, I'll just activate it. Doesn't mean I have to take it. But 600 poison, that's quite the number. Okay, so the elite has unfortunately not dropped his thing. You're gonna need a watchtower over here as well. Which means I think I want you in there. Choose your destiny, +2 move points. I don't want that. I'll take +1 move point. Because I want the drill though. Okay. Upgrade your production. Get rid of... Upgrade your production. Get rid of you. Upgrade your production. Can I buy anything? I don't think so. But maybe if I sell anything. Right, give me, like, another boomerang. You have a lot of critical on you, but not really. Accuracy and less... No, give me a melee... Ooh. Method 200 sword, +1 skill range. Why? Oh! The hammer... The hammer, I think, actually... Yeah, you get buffed by range. Except the big stomp. So the bomb skill range actually has a purpose. Surprisingly. Bunch of shields. I would like a bow. Or, that's an offhand wand, huh? And you also don't really have the range. A warp crystal as an offhand. There's 3 daily mana region. You know what? You take this hammer, and then we give the boomerang bow the other hammer. The boomerang boy. You take this hammer, and you take this sword. And then you take this hammer instead of the second boomerang. Okay, level up strong bark. Learner. I don't have ballistas yet, that doesn't really help me. Critical runes. Accuracy, no, you want... How much move points? Move points is fine. Can I get you some magic... what do you actually need? You need mana and mana regen. Since you're gonna be the magic boy, you're gonna need critical. Resistance never hurt, actually. Do we have anything that buffs resistance? You're gonna need a book later on. Let's begin. And daily mana regen. A nihilist. -1 action point. That massively blows. Alright, glass cannon. No, get the cheer. Just all of the level 1 skills. Initiate next. And longer weapons, but inaccurate I really do not want. Lone Wolf, probably not gonna happen. You're gonna need more accuracy, but I'd love it if you could get me a higher one. You cannot. Take damage then. Healing received reliability. XP gain. XP gain. Anush, level up. Yeah, you will now poison people as well. Which, again, really good for opportunism. Get yourself... No block, apparently. Stun chance. That is good. Momentum would have been better, but I'll take it. Build some defenses. What do I want? Like, if I have Boomerang Boy over here, he will just factually need a watchtower. No way around that. We will need a gate. And then probably some wall. But I'd also like to have... Can be built outside the haven. Oh, they can also be built inside the haven. That's neat. Didn't know that. There's some tombstones, gravestones, which we can destroy if need be. Do I just build wall? Or do I build ballista instead? The ballista will not be able to see in here is the problem. I think I'll build a ballista here and one there. We'll need them mounted later on. And I get like a trap here. You sit in this watchtower. I feel like you are stronger. Okay, can I sell anything? No, I don't have anything to sell. I can build a house, which means I can take out one of these. That gives me 16 materials, which gives me another trap or a wall. And I think I'll take a wall here. Right. The shrine statue. Oh, the shrine walls can be destroyed. The statue cannot be. I don't know exactly why. I don't think it has any bearing on the boss fight. At least not to my knowledge. Okay, the one movement will be a problem. The one movement I gave them. Okay, can we jump here? Poison there. Poison there. Jump over here. Get an action point. Purge ourselves. Jump over. This doesn't have opportunism, unfortunately. But this has stun. Deal that much damage to targets with negative alterations. That will happen. Baseline just already because of this. I think I actually want to destroy those walls. And you now also have a melee option in air quotes. Yeah, hit him with a hammer with the range of a bow. Okay, do not use the follow-up. However, oh, this only has a 95% chance to stun, while this has a 79% chance to stun. This, the big stomp, I would love to have on the 10 range, but unfortunately, no. Absolutely destroyed. Take your block potion. Oh wait, I want you to be inside the enemy. Well, not inside, but close. Poison. Big trap hit. You took a bunch of damage there. Maybe I don't want you this close to the enemies. How much damage to isolated targets? You know what? Just retreat for a second. Yeah, you're taking a bit too much damage for my purposes here. I don't think I can trigger the trap. Okay, can we get a good hit in here somewhere? That looks fine. And then you can go over here. Or not. I thought this only applies contagion if you actually hit the enemy. But apparently you don't even need to do that. I also just realized this shit costs 3 actions. Holy... How much poison do we do? 40 poison. That's good enough. I feel like you should kind of always end on that. You are taking a beating, and I am at fault. I'm very sorry. You are completely out of mana, but not out of options. I'm really surprised that the hammer takes less actions. Oh, can we? We cannot manually trigger that. A bit of a shame. Can you stop dodging? Holy shit. Well, not as good as I hoped it would be. Big stomp. Yeah, you're gonna need help. We still need to deal damage to isolated targets. Are these all enemies down here that come in? In that case, you can actually just kind of go. We do not have any stun targets. We now have stun targets. The ballista will kill you, the ballistas will kill you, so just like send it over here. You move one over so she can throw health potions at you. Well, I had hoped that would kill not him. Give yourself some movement. The sword blast costs movement. Huh, I didn't know. Stun. Oh, all of them stunned. Lovely. So you just died to poison. That's fine. Not all that much panic yet. Because no one gives a shit about the walls outside. Love hitting my enemies. Absolutely love this attack. Now that I realize it has momentum, I'm honestly not sure if it always had momentum. I feel like... How many is the... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... And now I don't have mana. Which itself is an issue. Boomerang! Do we have stun targets? We do not. So let's stun us some. Bonk. Okay, the ballista will kill this guy and then you can help up top. Currently no panic yet. There will be if this continues. And you unfortunately do not have enough movement to do anything of use unless you can't just throwing boomerangs at people. Which, to be fair, is very much useful. Right, you don't have mana no more. So you die to poison, you die to poison. Can I kill you with poison? How much poison do you do? 16, you deal 49. I think that just the better option then. Hammer. Holy shit, he's just stunning everybody. What the fuck? Literally all of them. I need a temple. Okay, that's an A. Which is good enough. That's the drill. Does the drill apply already? 65, 65, 65. Yes, it does. Okay, so both sides. Choose your destiny. Increase size by 50%. Again, what epiphanies would I like? Battle Brothers, The Rock. Every 10% physical damage after 100 plus 10 block. That sounds amazing for the block thing specifically. Broken Bell for all of the debuffs. That's still so weird to be just all of the debuffs. Or the Death Wish, which has isolation times 1.5 and just deals a shitload of damage, but I'm not sure how good that is. Every 10% experience gain after 100%, 3 resistance. Elo's Head, which is just another movement option. 2 move points, maneuver, vision. It has vision. Oh, that's very nice. It gives yourself 2 move points. Agility practice, pocket barricade. I think I'll take the agility practice. If I had that thing that it makes the barricades explode, which I don't have yet, I feel like it could be good enough. I'm gonna be bit careful here with the size. Get me the defensive training. Thrifty or Blood Magic. Probably Thrifty next. Now, you have minus 8% damage from perks. Oh, because you're inside, right. Yeah, we can change that. Block, dodge. You, unfortunately, do not have the dodge thing. You have plus 20% stun chance whenever an enemy with a negative alteration is hit. 40 poison. You do negative alterations. Currently, however, I feel like we're not gonna go that path with you. Negative alterations. I'd like skill range with you, but that's a secondary skill. So, of these, take me the damage. Opportunism, magic damage reliability, isolation, skill range. Wonderful. Next, Sergio. Multi-hit. Multi-hit is technically a secondary stat you can get. I believe a secondary attribute. Unless I'm like secondary attributes, multi-hits. Yeah. So you could technically get that on a level up, but I feel like it's exceedingly rare. You don't need the momentum. Propagation minutes as well. That helps your boomerang as well. And technically your hammer now, but yeah, we're probably not gonna use that. Whenever the hero has 3 or less movement points and attacks in melee range. Restore 1 move point. Now, that should combine with this for the plus 3 move points. Meaning we could probably. And then this, so if we have no move points and we attack with this thing, we should technically get 6 move points back after 3 tiles traveled. You need more momentum, boy. You also need block. 5. It's more than nothing. Healing received momentum, and I think I just take this instead of rerolling. Now, we do have a trap here, which can still trigger once. Show me the night rewards. A better boomerang, a gun, and a Master of Secrets tome for reliability and daily mana regen, and you have nothing. Right, take the tome then. Night reward. A silver pistol, which technically has a range of 1 to 4 on that. The momentum won't help. Like, the pistol is the ranged weapon I want the least. A one-handed magic common wand. No. Sacred Flower plus 3. Take the gun. This technically does have a 1 to 8 range. And like the hip shot 123, it's an accurate times 2, but all ranged weapons are inaccurate 1.5, so I don't like that it lowers propagation that much. How much damage does this do? 123. This deals... Oh, this is an offhand pistol. Well, in that case, honestly, just take it. That's a free shot every turn. Build me new structures. First of all, build me... get rid of this for an item. So I can build me my wall. Let me actually see what item it is. Scepter +1, which has momentum 30 on its magic bash, but not anything else. Reliability and 15% XP gain sounds amazing. XP gain, who needs it the most? Probably you? You have a +1 AP thing currently. I'd like you to keep that. You have plus... Why do you have the momentum? Why didn't I look at that? Like armor, dodge, resistance. Yeah, you give those to the sword boy. Even though the AP is great. You take... You have a... minus 15% XP gain, but also +1 AP. And kinda... Oh, you give plus 10% XP? Yeah, okay, that solves our problems. And then the reliability and XP gain that just goes on you. Also, you get a gun. You get a book instead of a flower. Should work in a library. Okay, so you will once again defend down here. You will defend up here. We will probably add additional ballista down here. And all other defenses. Get me a temple. First of all, I have 2 more workers, so get me rid of this thing. No, get me rid of this thing. Then we can build new structures. A temple, which is gonna go... Well, that kinda sucks. No good positions for you, huh? I want to make sure I don't block any walls or pathway to walls. Have a heal on you. Then we're gonna build a mana well. Here and one, let's say here. Have mana, once on you, and then once on... No, you actually never ran out of mana, so I guess it's fine. All of your shit only costs like 1. Okay, this costs 3, but we didn't really use that. Build new structures. Build me a house. Well, first of all, upgrade me this house twice. Then I can get rid of this ruin and build a new house. Which gives me enough to upgrade you again, upgrade you again, upgrade you. Then I can get rid of this big boy. And build myself an inn, which doesn't really help me right now. It does help me right now as scavengers camps. 2 of them, apparently. Okay. Build me. Okay, so I'm gonna destroy you. Didn't need to, but that's fine. Get rid of the barricade, get rid of the barricade. Build new walls here and here. Through to here. Get rid of the barricade, get rid of the barricade, get rid of the barricade. Okay, so that is this area mostly just walled up. I hate that they don't have a, like, diagonal wall. Just visually. And then... Do I want wall? No, I'd rather have more defenses down here. Can I afford a trap? I can afford a trap. Can I repair you? I can repair you. Then get me another damage trap. Right here. You two should be fine up there. You now also have a buck, which means maybe I should have gotten you a watchtower, but that's fine. You probably still want to move a whole lot. Okay, that is everything. I can't buy or sell anything, so let's go. Sergio once again just sitting in his watchtower. Oh, we have hunters! Alright, what do we have? Deal less than 500 damage to enemies, kill 18 or more isolated targets. For that we need 18 or more isolated targets. Well, the hunters are nearly dead already. Stun him, perfect. Jump over. Oh, how I missed the book. No more enemies on this side. Jump back over. You are stunned because I don't want to deal damage to you. Can we stun a group? That's 2. 2. Also 2. I have the distinct feeling that 2 is the most we're gonna get stunned, so stun these guys. Use the gun while we're at it. These are all isolated. Hammer. Not enough range on that hammer, unfortunately. In which case, just do this. Okay, less damage to Hunter. That should have been achieved. Do the ballistic kills count? 8 of 18, I think I had 7, so I feel like that's a yes. Alright, boomerang. Can we get a good group? 3, 3, 2, 4. Wonderful stuff. Now I need to kill isolated targets. Gun. So this one's isolated, this one's isolated. Start with them back over here. The isolated target kill, obviously not that great with my stun desire. So that one didn't count, unfortunately. Do we have isolated targets over here? Yes. Kill one. If I kill you, can I kill you? Well, I think what I do is do this for less resistance. Then hit him. Then hit him. Then hit him. Get yourself an action point. I don't have enough. Well, this also kills. Perfect. 13 out of 18. Hit here. Hit here. Then we have 2 more isolated targets, which, unfortunately, I think is not quite enough. No, it is not. So that's a loss unless the ballista is doing... Well, that's an elite splitter. That could be a problem. Yeah. You're just getting hit less than 5 times. That is kind of my main goal most of the time anyway. Love this thing. Not a hammer, this thing. Bonk. And now we can actually just do one of the best combinations. Love it. Boom. Yeah, quite happy with the result. Very much so happy with the result. You have a bunch of block. 25 block to gives a buff to all enemies within a given range. You yourself have 63 block. Can we stun? We can. Honestly, just do that one again. Unfortunately, the block will do absolutely fuck all. And he does have stun resistance, which is also a problem. Get rid of the hunters, if you can. And then one of you will have to assist down there, I feel like. This up here doesn't feel like there's currently too much trouble going on. But yeah, he has no chance against specifically. Can you even hit anything out there? No, you do not have enough range. In which case, you can just send another... That was not what I wanted to cast. You can send another one in there. And then take a move. Watch out on... Well, it doesn't really help, and it costs an action I don't want to use up. Hit those two hunters. Kill both of them. Gone. Does nothing. There are more stun targets, so I guess we're fine. Do I want to... I think I want to hit this area. Once he gets the Hex and just high opportunism, he will be absolutely destroying people. That kind of blows. He's gonna have so much movement. Yeah, that's on all of the walls. God damn it. No big stomp, unfortunately. Can we do this? Yes. Poison, poison. Hit ya. We need some stuns. I feel like this is the better option at this point. Gone. Kill a man. Hit this just again. Oh wait, that's not what I just hit. This is what I just hit. So yeah, do that. Stun even more targets. Hammer? No. No. Just hit. Yeah, the only issue I currently see is the relatively low damage on this. Like, it is base damage 90, and then it is improved by... with the base damage equal to 50 plus 130% of the hero's stun chance. So the problem I see with the ricochet is that it doesn't increase with weapon tier. I don't think. All of my walls are still intact, which is great. One hit is not enough, but two should be. Ricochet... I don't want to hit my wall. And then just shoot a man with a gun. Right, you now move out here. Poison once, poison twice, and then cleanse yourself. One more poison. That kills him, perfect. The walls will hold, I'm pretty sure of that. Let's do that, like this. Follow up over... He doesn't kill him, huh? That's unfortunate. I guess we just do this. Hit this guy. Yeah, the follow-up is a bit on the weaker side at this point, but I guess it's, well, that's kind of to be expected. Can we just stun? We can just kill you. Doesn't not stun the other guy, unfortunately. You block sight, so I can't dash through it. Also, I'm out of mana. Okay, you are stunned, so we're fine. You die to poison. You die to poison. And if I have to make sure you do, I will. More poison! Just kill him. Move over here. And now it is hammer time! Bonk. Ooh. The ricochet is within 14, so it doesn't actually have a minimum range. Gone. And a boomerang here for 3. Again, I really want to not hit my walls. I think I'm just gonna hammer. Unfortunately, we are already at City Rank B, City Panic B, if I see that correctly. You died to poison, we're fine. And then you can just walk over here, I think, and shoot these guys. How are we looking up here? Should be fine. Yeah, it's fine. And then you just kill these 3. CD rank panic, I believe B. No, it's still A. This is still A, B, C, D. Ooh, very good. So I am still on track. That sucks. I'm still on track to win the goal. Alright. Choose your destiny. Every 3 enemies killed lose 5 mana. I refuse. Why, now that I think about it, why did I take that? Every 25 enemies killed plus 1 move point. You know what? Get me this. Ooh, elite item. That I'll immediately nab. Let's see what we get. Night reward. 7% range damage, 14% accuracy, 8% damage. That sounds really good for my boomerang boy. I don't need the shield because I don't have anybody who needs a shield. I'll take that for the boomerang boy. Elite Carrion. Scepter, a boomerang. Or a flower with momentum, propagation damage. Both of which the flower does not have. Resistance reduction, poison damage, health and healing received. All of which again the boomerang doesn't need. A genuine setup with +1 action points. That sounds not bad, but honestly I'd rather have something else. Attack Turtle Charm. +1, 13% momentum, +1 action point, +9% physical damage. That sounds amazing for Anoush. Which I think is the 3rd Anoush we have in these missions. This one has +6 block, which also good for Anoush. What do you have? Pistol, critical power, accuracy, isolation, propagation damage, and armor. I don't think so. So how much do you have? 13 momentum, 1 action point. You have 13 momentum, 16 isolation, 8 daily health regen, and the block. What is more important, the 6 block or 1 action point? And I think the answer will always be the action point. So, Anoush, congratulations on your new trinket. 8% more momentum. And as well, no wait, you don't get the armor. Sergio gets the armor. Alright, sell both of these. Then perks. Now, what do I get with Sergio? Ranged weapons are already... Range damage is inaccurate, increasing the target's dodge the further they are. So, this inaccurate I don't think is that relevant, but I'd still rather not have it. It's increased by... well, I have to check here. What do I want? When attacking an enemy with full health... Actually, get me the... Not the bully, the sadist is what I want. You could take just the contamination. Yeah, I think that's fine. Get yourself some damage. Stun chance. That's what I've been looking for. Right, Strongberg. You get yourself the Thrifty or the... Do I actually want the Blood Magic? I don't think I do. Skills now cost health instead. You technically have the Vampirism, but that you can't heal with that. So that's a no. This doesn't really happen. Longer weapons, manual control. Fallen maneuver skills gain plus 50% perk damage increased by plus 8% for each tile of distance between the hero and the unit. Yeah, take the Thrifty. Do not take that. And then go with the Human Ballista next time. Resistance reduction is fine. Get yourself some mana regen or poison damage. Well, poison damage then, I guess. Not necessarily what I wanted, but what I got. Toxic Leech. You will now heal. You need more block. Can you get yourself some block? Holy shit. Physical damage, reliability, poison damage, opportunism. Take physical damage. Okay, you go up here. You... Okay, we should build defenses. Get rid of this barricade. Build me a seer. Well, first of all, get me rid of a building, which is probably going to be this one. Then build me a seer. Build me a seer here. Upgrade you. That's the block assholes. 14 splitters, 12 of those, that's fine. Repel the mist. Do I do it again? I think, yeah, let's do it again. What do I have workers for? Then, I think upgrade my houses. Both of them. So now I have 3 remaining, which means I can get rid of you. And then I should finally build an inn. However, I have a feeling I don't necessarily want to hire a hero yet. I can't even afford one, so that's irrelevant. We're still... Okay, you can actually heal the circle, I didn't know that. Mostly, if enemies get close enough, you kind of just lose. Okay, get me a scavenger camp. Now, I don't necessarily want to hire heroes yet, because after this night, I should... Well, it costs 581, so I don't think I'll get this night, but we're fine. And I have refused because I forgot what it was. Oh yeah, it was the lose mana one. Right, for now, get me wall. Get me a gate in there. Another wooden wall. Another wooden wall. So I believe that should be all of the walling done. Then get me a catapult. Get me a catapult over here. As well as like a few ballista. And this doesn't block line of sight, this blocks line of sight, but can be destroyed. So I'll just destroy that. I need a watchtower. For our boy Sergio. I'm actually surprised how much they buffed the watchtowers. Like, I already thought they were good, but apparently I was mistaken. You will always block line of sight, which is a bit of an issue. One here, and then get me, like, a few traps. Hopefully the traps do good. In the meantime, repair me all traps, repair me all barricades. I can't afford to repair all, but I can at least start walking back there. Okay, so that is all that. Can I buy me some gear? No. At least nothing I want to buy. Stout beer. 6 mana minus 8 health. Honestly, a second potion of health might not be bad. Get that on Anush. Where is Anush? Anush currently has the potion of stone for block. Okay, that might even be more important. Then get it on Strongbark, who is also out of city a lot. Okay, I don't have any more workers. I do have the temple for a heal, which we can't apply. I have you for mana, which I'm gonna do there and here. And then let us begin. Oh, they come just on the whole front. Now this ballista will help on this side, I think. And there is the stupid armor boy. Well, I think you will go over here. Do that. Maybe I shouldn't have moved her that far. Well, we can just go over here. And, you know what, just throw a lightning bolt at them, I guess. Good. Now, Boomerang Boy. How many can I hit? 2, 1, 2, 1, 3. Perfect. That's also 2 stuns, meaning now I can just throw my stuff at other people. Wonderful. Ah yeah, gone. Gone. Okay, the gun doesn't do all that much, but good enough. Do you have a debuff? No. Good enough anyway. Hammer. Did not kill, unfortunately. But now I did. So you will probably have to deal with this side. I did, thankfully, place a few traps there. Which will help. But it won't be perfect. Okay, now. Hammer over there, hammer here, get a stunning. You need to leave if Sergio starts throwing. Okay, it doesn't matter whether you kill them with multi-hits as long as you kill something. The bonus is gone. Ooh, that's a good hit. And then we're out of action points once again. So just do the same hit again. And then just shoot a man. Or miss, that's fine. And I feel like you mainly need to deal with the block boys. Okay, onto the side. We have a bunch of poisoned enemies. Let's make a few more of them. This should hit more. Okay, they are not poisoned, but close enough. Oh, there's also a boy. Well, give yourself an action point and do... Actually, you know what? Do this. All of the poison. I feel like you should always end her turn with that. Whenever she has plague on it. Those traps are actually a lot better than I had anticipated them to be. You want to shoot me? I disagree. So you died to poison within 2 turns, I'm pretty sure. Yep. Meaning I'm not gonna care about you. Oh yeah, we have a discount. In which case, I don't have enough action points for that. Fuck. You died to poison, so we're fine. I forgot to check my missions. Undo that. Give yourself an action point. We need damage on splitters. Thankfully, just damage isn't too difficult. If we actually hit them. Are there splitters? There's a splitter. Right, first of all. Wonderful hit there. Then 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. How much damage on splitters do I need to deal? 30 or more isolated targets. I don't think that one's gonna happen. How much damage? 600 damage to splitters. So first of all, kill this one. Then jump over here. Kill this one. Are there more splitters around? Yes. So that's the splitters done. I still need to kill isolated targets, which... I have a turn to do that, so we're not too bad about it. Move over here, give yourself some block. Yeah, I feel like the second the weapons repair themselves, we're good. Oh, you got the cheer! Right, you have the cheer. I should probably have allies in... That has massive range. You want to shoot me, however, once again, I am sorry to say that no. Your magic wouldn't be weakened if you just hit people. Right, off you go. Then, can we get a stun? A few stuns. We still need to kill isolated targets, which is a problem because there aren't any isolated targets. He is a charge. Can I hit him? I don't think I can, so you will be shot. Unfortunately, not really anything I can do about that. Hit him twice, hit him. That's 2 isolated targets. 10 more isolated targets. I don't think that's gonna happen. And 59 or more target within 2 tiles from caster. That could technically happen if he just goes absolute bonkers. Fuck. Oh well. You can just stay there. Gun. Hammer? Do I just rather stun them? I think I'd rather stun them. Well, so much for that. Also, I completely forgot to apply contagion. Ooh, that sucks. Oh. I overestimated how much block he has. Well, you're gonna have to leave. I unfortunately very much so overestimated how much block he has. Can we just prepare this guy? Fuck. Alright, so you can get in range to toss him some of your health pots. Which hopefully helps. You die to poison. You also have contagious. Shoot this guy. Shoot. Fuck, no line of sight. You are not out of action, so you shoot this guy. Should take like 2, maybe 3 hits. Before I do that, shoot him. Oh, kill less than 4 isolated targets. Well, we can do that. That's not really a choice. That's not really a challenge there. Okay, then. Once I should not have done that, he would have gotten the contagion. Some poison there. And then you are gonna need to throw him your heal pots. Okay. So he's mostly fine. He will probably get a big hit in from the splitters there. Yeah, so you need to leave. Okay, less than 4 isolated. Deal 300... What? 337 damage with physical damage to Guardians, specifically. Now that is thankfully not actually that much of a challenge. Simply because he has a big hammer. If there are enough Guardians, we can do that. There are 2 Guardians and they're both out of range. And we need to do that within a single turn, so that is not going to happen. Also, you kinda have to deal with this area. Can we get some stuns in? Preferably. On these guys? No. We can get some stuns in here. And a stunned hunter is a good hunter. Can you kill him with a gun? Yes, you can. Weird question, honestly. I'm pretty sure you can kill everything with a gun. Yeah, the Guardians are unfortunately too far away. Oh, does this deal melee damage? This does deal melee damage. I once again completely forgot I have catapults. Just use both of them. That's why I prefer Ballista. They do the work themselves. Right, so the physical damage is not gonna happen. Mainly because there weren't enough around. Okay, so unfortunately only 2 of the ordeals. Right, they should die to the ricochet. Wonderful. Gun. Are you in range for a hammer? No, you are not. In which case, you'll just move. Actually, you know what? Fucking give him dodge. Oh, that's the trap. Well, the trap is off, so that won't really help. 205, that's better. So this night I did not play well. God damn it. But apparently well enough. Every single run of this game takes forever. That was a B. Fuck. So I can't get the Epiphany. I can't get the Epos. I already cannot get the Epos. If I'm not mistaken. Which, since I'm exclusively here to do the Epos, that means there is no further purpose on continuing this one. I need Veteran of Glenwald. Complete all knights except the last at rank S or A. I got an B, so yeah, it does not help to continue here. However, how many more boomerang things do I need? I am done with the boomerangs, I only need the claws and the axes. And the traps. Right, in that case, I'm gonna cut it here, abandon this haven, and restart that next time. God damn it, that 1B. No real purpose to continue that then, though. On the other hand, that means I don't necessarily have to use the boomerangs anymore. I'm not limited to any ranged weapon now, so I can just do the better thing and toss all of them in anymore. Also, is Sacred Flower already fulfilled as well? Yeah. So I only need the claws now. Achieved, the Sacred Flower should be on the bottom. Yeah, Sacred Flowers so the Sacred Flowers are done. Meaning I can also turn on all of the... I can turn all of the magic weapons as well. And then I need to do Great Axes and Claws, in which case I'll also turn on all the melee weapons. For next time. Do I want to customize this? The bigger wave size I think is fine. No defense around circle is fine. Reduce in heroes level worst traits. High impact negative hero traits to heroes. Well, I think I'll leave that. Do I want to change the omens? Omen of many pistols. Omen of many... Oh, that's Amberwald, not Glenwald. Fuck. Engineer. Orange defenses have their skills improved. Omen of the fortress. Yeah, the better walls. All types of defenses deal more damage. This is 1. This is 1. Can I take anything good for 2? Omen, this is just Omen of many weapon. Items have better chances, we have higher rarity. High level Omen of the Vulture. Corpses appearing because of decay and to make you yield resources. First rune corpses scavenged each day cost less workers. I feel like that is not bad. +1, Omen of the Wanderer. The Patience I really don't feel is that good. Death Denial, no. Overload perk. Omen of Boxing. You know what? Fuck it. Take it. And then I hope I get an elf with the nudist perk. And then Scavenging Ruins and Corpses heals plus 20% reset. That's just something that is early on good, but not that good later. One of Bursting Flesh. All heroes have more block, dodge, reliability, skill range. +1 attributes reroll for each level up. +1 perk point. There's a reason why that is 3. Isolation plus 10 damage. Gain plus 3 damage for the first 6 days. I feel like if it's any of the all heroes have and you can't take the action points, you... Omen of Wealth. This is 100, this is 30, this is 40 and 135. Tainted Essence gains are irrelevant, and then these are also the many weapons things, right? Omen of many claws. No. Leapfrog +1 range. Can also target enemies. Moment of violence plus critical. Yeah, I feel like if you can't take the action point or the XP because both of them cost 30, you'd better either take the damage or the swiftness. In this case, take that out. Like, this is probably funny if you get one of the nudist elves, but I think this might just be better. Anyway, again, that's gonna be the setup for next time. For now, I thank you for watching me utterly fail. And I hope you have a nice evening. Hope you have a good night. Can I be here tomorrow? I think I can be here tomorrow. I can't be here on Friday. It's weird. On Friday there's a funeral, not furniture, funeral. And no one I know who was invited wants to go, which is really sad at some point. But then again, I can understand it because I'm not going either. Oh well. Kind of shows you what a person that was. Regardless, right. I hope you have a nice rest of your week. Hopefully it's not as gloom as mine. And otherwise, have a good night. Goodbye.